What up, world? 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 Man, it's your main man. I am DJ Double Dose, man, and we are back. We are back in the building, man. We are back in the building, man, in full effect, man. I just want to say, I want to thank everybody for rocking with us. As we know, college football has wrapped up, and we had one piece of information that had to be done and had to happen, and we got the answer that we needed. So, without further ado, this show was called Congratulations. That is the name and the title of this show. So I want to say big ups to my guys, the Golden Boot Podcast, because they have been on the Downside Football Podcast with me. I've hung out with them at Swag Media Day and several other events. So shout out to my guys and hats off to none other than Mr. Jayden Daniels for pulling off and winning the Heisman Trophy. Now, one thing I would say, if I had to reflect on anything about Jayden Daniels in this season, was he carried the fucking load. Don't get it twisted. Those wide receivers, Neighbors and Thomas, they actually did their thing. They caught a lot of those passes, but LSU's defense was absolutely, positively one of the worst defenses in the nation. That's right. I said it. I know LSU people. I get it. But this is not about ragging on your defense. This is about giving credit where credit is due. No other than Jayden Daniels. He balled out in all the games except for LSU. Except for FSU. Held him to 17 points before garbage time. Oh, I know. But this ain't about that. This ain't about that. This is about Jayden Daniels getting his flowers, man. He put on a spectacular season. Hats off to the guy. I wish him nothing but the best as he enters into his NFL career from this point moving forward. LSU has yet another Heisman Trophy on the shelf, a Heisman Trophy winner within the building. And, man, congratulations to Jayden Daniels, man. We're going to start off the show. We're giving flowers at the beginning of the show because that's what we're going to do. So as we transition past giving flowers to Jayden Daniels, who else we got to give flowers to? Now, this has been a big thing all over social media. How should we celebrate this? To me, how we going to celebrate it, baby? Now, again, you don't know what I'm talking about? Congratulations to the Los Angeles the Los Angeles Showtime Lakers. That's right, baby. I know we the team y'all love to hate. Y'all love to hate it. In-season tournament champions, baby. Now, do we all know what all that means? It's new, so we'll get to it. But, man, hats off to the guy, none other than Anthony Davis. When he balls like that, we are unfreaking stoppable. That's right. We put everybody on notice. This was a warning to the rest of the league. That's right. I'm talking cash money shit right now. Talking cash money shit. Because when we was like early in the season, and the season's still early, the fact that y'all is disinvested in what the Lakers was doing prior to this season tournament started kicking off was mind-blowing to me. It was mind-blowing to me. Like, hey, I'm getting messy. Hey, those, what's going on with the Lakers? What's going on with the Lakers? You know something that I ain't heard since we won the goddamn tournament Saturday? I ain't heard shit from nobody. Ain't nobody called me. Ain't nobody talk smack. Nothing. Not nothing. You know why? Because we pulled it off, man. So congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers, man, for pulling off the in-season tournament, man. Now, the main debate, and we're going to get into it right here and right now. How should we celebrate? I had a good friend of mine who he's a big-time LeBron fan. He's a major LeBron fan. So when I made my post and I said, I think we're doing too much by sharing the banner, he kind of thought that I was kind of taking a jab at LeBron. And it's like, I'm not speaking on LeBron. I'm saying the Lakers in general. Look, we won the in-season tournament. They gave us a trophy for it. I personally don't think that we need to hang. I mean, let's be honest. We are one of the most historic franchises in the NBA. Us in Boston. I mean, when you start talking about rings and titles. So for me, I personally don't feel like we need to hang a banner for winning this. But hey, if the NBA and Silver and Jenny and everybody gets together and they say, hey, y'all got to put a banner up for winning the in-season tournament, then so be it. Then so be it. We'll put a banner up, first ever, it's only fitting. The Los Angeles Lakers, the first ever in-season tournament champions. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Lou. Man, shout out to Lou for that, man. Y'all already know where that came from, man. Shout out to Lou, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know he all over social media blowing up and everything, man. But at the end of the day, man, the Lakers pulled it off. In-season tournament champions. And it's a lot of people like, man, such and such, this, such, whatever. Whatever. So congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers for once again bringing in another type of, I don't want to say championship, but another type of, victory that goes beyond just winning regular season games. So hats off to the Los Angeles Lakers as we continue on with our congratulations. We're gonna keep the theme of the show going with congratulations because as we pivot, because now we know that college is over, we're gonna pivot into the NFL. We got 3 weeks of the regular season left. We got the playoffs, and we already know Super Bowl. So let's slowly walk our way over. Let's walk, and we're walking. Let's walk, and we're walking. First of all, when I dog somebody out, if they do something well, I have got to give them credit for performing at a high level. So with that being said, I got to take a sip for I can't even believe I'm saying. Shout out to my brother, man, Chester, man. Shout out to my brother, Chester Starks, man. That's my bro. He is probably, if you know a bigger Dallas Cowboy fan than him, I don't want to meet him. When I say my brother is a Cowboys fan true and through, my man got Cowboys blinds. He got shot glass. I mean, you go into his house. Half the time, I don't even like to go see him because I don't even want to go inside because there's so much Cowboys all over the crib. But I gave Dallas a lot of flack in the preseason before the season started. That I did. God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I gave Dallas a lot of flack. I did. I gave Dallas a lot of flack. But when they do something right, you gotta tip your hat to them. They played against the Philadelphia Eagles this past weekend, and they handled business. And I must say, oh God, that looks good for now. Now, have we seen this type of effort from the Cowboys before? Yes, we have. Have we seen the Cowboys have good or albeit great regular seasons and choke in the playoffs? Yes, we have. So we're going to save all that for later because the playoffs is around the corner, and for all intents and purposes, they have clinched the playoff berth. So it's pretty much they locked in at this point. It's just a matter of seeding. They've locked into the playoffs. It's just a matter on where they're going to be seated at. Hats off to the Dallas Cowboys for pulling out a victory against the Philadelphia Eagles. So right now, when you look at the NFC, the way that the NFC is going right now, arguably my squad, the 49ers, we got the inside track on getting home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Is that something that we need? Defense travels. I'm not going to sit around here and tell you that whether we playing in Santa Clara, we're playing in Dallas, we're playing in Philly, doesn't matter. Now, would I prefer to not play somewhere in the East Coast in the damn conditions in December? January, you damn right. I would much rather be at home in that regard. But defense travels. So I shouldn't be surprised that Dallas did go ahead and take it, because as we know, it's hard to beat somebody twice in the season. I mean, it is. It's hard to beat somebody twice. It's hard to beat somebody twice in the season. And they lost to Philly early in the year. They came back. They pulled out the victory, man. Hats off to the Dallas Cowboys, man. And, the one thing that the NFC is showing us is you got the three teams at the top, and it's everybody else. You got San Francisco, you got Philly, and you got Dallas. So you got Dallas and you got Philly. As everybody else. The Lions, they slowly starting to they looked hot at the beginning of the year, but now the Lions is kind of looking like, I ain't saying Detroit people, please do not attack me. Please. Please, as we start talking about the NFL, look, I got enough people on the college side that's already at me. I don't want no Lions fans getting at me. But the truth is, guys ain't been looking great the last few weeks. But that's neither here nor there. The point I'm trying to make is San Francisco, Philly, and Dallas, Philly, San Francisco, whichever order you choose to put them in, depending on your fandom. That's the way the NFC is shaping up. That the road to make it to the Super Bowl is more than likely going to go through one of those three teams. That's the way it's looking. The NFC South is a freaking joke. You want to talk about, we want to get hyped about problems in college football. Jesus, you want to start talking about the NFL? Let's talk about how these damn trash, if you win your damn division, how your ass get an automatic playoff berth. Because if you go look at that NFC South, you tell me who in that damn division deserves to be in the playoff. Or who do you think in that division is actually going to make some noise in the playoff? I'll wait. Because that is Bryce Young out there getting, that boy's out there getting drilled left and right. Carr is in and out the lineup in New Orleans. You got Baker down there. You got Baker and Tampa. Tampa defense actually is solid. And then you got the goddamn quarterback carousel in Atlanta. So the NFC South is a joke. So I don't think anybody's worried about. I think anybody's worried about the winner of the NFC South coming into the playoffs making no noise. And then of course you got Detroit. You got Detroit. Looks like they're probably going to pull off winning the North. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's still a lot of football left as far as the NFC goes. There's a lot of football left. So, let's transition to the AFC. I got to tell y'all something, man. I don't think it's too far-fetched. I think a lot of people kind of feel the same way. Get that man Tyreek Hill his flowers, bro. Get that man his flowers. Because when he went out last night, when he got banged up and he sat down for a little bit, that Miami offense looked stagnant. They looked like they didn't know what to do. They did. Now, mind you, they have weapons. They got Water. They got Mostert. They got A-Chain. Of course, they got two of the trigger men. I mean, they got weapons. They got plenty of them. But Tyreek makes that offense go. He does. I'm not saying the offense is necessarily centered around him, but he makes that offense go. And when he sat down for a little bit while he was injured last night, man, they looked like a completely different team for a little while. I mean, they did, man. So to me, the AFC is even more wide open. I mean, because you got Buffalo, who pulled. Yeesh. Yeah. They pulled out the win against Kansas City. Some say they stole one. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge on if Buffalo stole the victory or not. Hey man, things happen, calls get made, and then there you go. But you can never count out Mahomes and Kelsey. They found the good receiver in Rice. He's been balling. Pacheco is banged up right now. He should be by the playoffs. He should be good to go. Buffalo is playing for their playoff lives. Each week they pretty much in elimination games because they are on the outside looking in. Lamar, that shootout that they just had, I mean, that's the Lamar that we all want to see. Odell is out there looking like New York Giants Odell, you know? So you can't count out Baltimore. I mean, and obviously you got Miami. The AFC is wide open, man. On any given, and like I said, man, on any given Sunday in the AFC, I legit do not think that there's a favorite in the AFC. To me, I mean, some would say Miami, obviously, because they have the better record. But ultimately, I can't count out Mahomes. And if Lamar, and if you tell me you're going to give me that Lamar, that particular Lamar that we just got Sunday, if you telling me I'm finna get that Lamar, whew, hey man, Baltimore got a good chance of making some hellified noise as well. So the way the AFC is shaping up, I'm interested. I mean, you can't count out Jacksonville. Like, man, the Colts are playing some decent ball. Like, the AFC is wide open, man. It's not. I mean, I hate that Stroud went down. Hopefully he's not out for a significant amount of time because the Texans, under DeMeco Ryans' home team, under DeMeco Ryans, he's had them looking good this year. So, man, a lot of things. But I will say this: the one thing I will say about the AFC, it's gonna be that way for a while. So get used to it because you got the young quarterbacks with Stroud, with Trevor Lawrence, and if he comes back and he's okay, the coach, they're gonna have Anthony Richardson. Then you look at Cincinnati. When Burrow comes back, you're gonna have Burrow. You're gonna have Lamar. He's nowhere near his end. Still got Lamar, Josh Allen. You still got Pat Mahomes. Hell, if Herbert and they can figure out the right coach and get that together, you still got Herbert out there with the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers got a good, nasty, young defense. I mean, so the AFC is going to be that way for a while. The NFC, it's kind of like the teams that we seeing is the teams that we seeing. But the AFC is going to be wide open going forward, man. So, a lot of congratulations is in order. This episode was short. This is going to be this is probably one of my first shows where we really talked about the NFL. We got the fantasy football playoffs coming up, so I'll probably be back with another episode. I'll probably record it on Friday night, get it ready for you on Saturday morning, so we can talk about some fantasy stuff. We'll look at what happened in the Thursday night game, and we'll discuss that. And just continue to grow, man. You know what I'm saying? As we transition from one sport to the next, it doesn't stop over here, Double Dose of Reality Sports, man. We're going to continue to roll. Hey, it's a lot of basketball to get into. Christmas is coming up, and that's when a lot of people, that's when you really start. It's almost that time where you really start to not necessarily lock in on the NBA, but you really kind of start like really, really getting your eye on it Christmas time because everybody's around. Is usually multiple amount of games on. So we're going to transition from college football to the NFL to the NBA, man, and we're going to keep it going, man. So thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you for spending time, man. And, I just want to say, man, I appreciate each and every view that I've gotten. I appreciate each and every subscriber that I've gotten. Make sure that you tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on in, man, because, man, as this NFL, as the playoffs get going, man, it's going to get crazy. The NBA is definitely going to get crazy. And we're just going to keep rolling, man. So always remember, man, to live, laugh, and love, man. Live your life to the fullest. Love on the people that love you back. And find you something to laugh at each and every day, man. And we out.